In this world full of unknowns and changes, the true meaning of the top mentality is to learn to accept every deviation from the track, accept every wrong choice, allow unsatisfactory occurrence, and allow yourself to find hope in loss. Only in this way can life be truly relaxed and the heart can return to peace. Accept everything and let the heart loosen. There is a saying in psychology that what you accept disappears, what you fight against exists. Many people feel anxious and internal consumption because they cannot accept the occurrence of certain things and always want life to go according to their own plans. However, reality is always more complicated than expected. The more we resist, the deeper the pain. For example, parents' expectations of their children are a typical example. When children do not meet their expectations, parents may feel frustrated and even project this frustration onto their children, thinking that the children are rebellious or disobedient. The real problem does not come from the children, but from the parents' inability to accept the difference between their children and their expectations. Learn to separate topics and reduce the burden of interpersonal relationships. Adlerian psychology puts forward a very important concept: topic separation. Its core lies in clarifying which are your own responsibilities and which are others' responsibilities, and drawing a clear line to avoid excessive interference or being interfered. First, in interpersonal relationships, many conflicts come from interfering with other people's issues. For example, parents want their children to act according to their own wishes, but they don't know that this kind of control often inspires children's rebellion. On the contrary, respecting children's choices and giving them full freedom can make the relationship more harmonious. As long as you don't touch the bottom line and learn to let go, children will grow in their own way. Second, in marriage and love relationships, many people think that pain comes from their partner's shortcomings. In fact, the deeper reason is that we try to fill the void in our hearts through our partner. Every intimate relationship reflects our childhood experiences. When we overly desire the response and attention of the other party, it is actually the unmet emotional needs of childhood that are at work. Really healthy love is the result of self-growth, not the demand for each other. Instead of changing the other person, it is better to examine yourself first and let the relationship go to a higher level through self-care. 3. Let go of control. The world is wider. The highest realm of life is to let go of control and accept everything that happens. Trying to control everything will only make yourself out of control. Only by letting go of obsession can you follow nature. When you learn to separate issues and focus on what you can control, rather than being obsessed with the behavior of others or irresistible external factors, your mentality will naturally be more peaceful. Conflicts in interpersonal relationships will be reduced, and the twists and turns in life will become easier to deal with. For example, the choices and behaviors of partners in marriage make it unnecessary for them to try to change their issues. But how to respond and how to deal with feelings is their own issue and needs to be managed carefully. In parenting, the learning and future of children are their responsibilities, and the task of parents is only to support and guide, not to walk the life path. Everyone has different tasks, but clear boundaries and each doing their own job can make life smoother. Focus on controlling yourself in 3 types of things. Things in the world can be roughly divided into 3 categories: other people's things, God's things, and your own things. Only our own things. If we always try to change others or fight against God's will, it's like looking for an oasis in the desert, and we will only be exhausted in the end. Putting time and energy on self-improvement will not only make you live more transparently, but may also completely change the trajectory of your life. 5. How to cultivate a top mentality and accept the uncontrollable. When you encounter something that cannot be changed, it is better to accept it than to resist it. For example, if you are misunderstood at work or encounter failure in life, resistance will only increase the pain, and acceptance will find the power to solve it. Clarify your own subject. Let go of the responsibility of others. Do not make decisions for others, and do not pin your happiness on others. Only focus on the part you can do, such as working hard to improve your ability, broaden your horizons, and improve your mentality. Second, focus on the present and think less about the future. Many people ignore their current efforts because they are worried about the results of the future. Remember, the good or bad of the future depends on today's actions, not on anxiety about tomorrow. Third, let go of control and let nature take its course. Water naturally flows to low places, and air naturally rises to high places. Life has its own rules. Forcing will only increase troubles. Learn to go with the flow, and things will become simpler. 6. The power of the top mentality from acceptance to control. When you learn to accept everything, the problems of life will gradually become clear. When you no longer try to control others, relationships will be easier and your mind will be freer. When you focus on your own growth, you will find that you will not only live a more fulfilling life, but also attract more beautiful things. Acceptance is not a compromise, but a starting point to strength. Only by accepting yourself, others, and the imperfections of life from the bottom of your heart can you get rid of internal friction and spend your time and energy on truly important things. The only person in this world who can determine your life is you. Don't waste time trying to change others, and don't worry about uncontrollable things. Focus on self-improvement, learn to accept, and go with the flow. Your life will be full of infinite possibilities. When you have a top-level mentality, you will find that the wind and rain of life are no longer obstacles, but a boost to growth. You will face every challenge calmly and eventually live your best self. Remember, masters are not born, but those who know how to control themselves. Well, today's sharing stops here. If you like this video, you can like, subscribe, share, and leave a message. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.